Hello everyone, my name's Anthony Walter and this is the first installment of my new amateur video series called Nerd Diaries. And what these diaries are about is just stuff that keeps me laying awake at night, and I like to just express it, just thoughts I've had. And something a thought that kept me up I liked thinking about and is why do we live in a mathematical universe? And I apologize for these notes. These notes aren't really meant for you to read. It's just for me to keep track of what to say because I'm kind of doing this on the fly. So the question is, why do we live in a mathematical universe? And is it an illusion? The secondary question. Such beautiful handwriting. Anyway, and this is something that's eluded Einstein, and Einstein's even quoted. I remember saying like the biggest mystery of the universe is that we live in a universe that makes sense. I mean, that's why is that? And this is kind of what I've been thinking about that question. All right, so we live. All of our math and everything is based off what we see as people, and we're so used to seeing time as cause and effect, and then we use math to predict future events. So basically, as our input, we've learned all the laws of physics and all the math behind the universe. So as an output, we can predict future events, and on some cases, we could do this with extraordinary accuracy by people a lot smarter than me. And however, what I like to think about is like, let's turn this question on its head. Can we reverse these two? So let's put, is it reversible? So instead of the input being the laws of physics, we get future events. Can we put as an input, put in all the events, say into a computer, and would it output the laws of physics? I mean, if you start with the events first, do we get the laws of physics we see every day? Do we get the predictable universe? And it kind of bugs me, but I think that's probably true. That's probably, on some level, it's probably what happens. And let me elaborate a little bit more. So I drew a goofy timeline, space-time diagram. I think normally Einstein graphed relativity with time being the y-axis and space the x-axis, but I'm just used to time being on the x-axis, so we're just going to do it this way, and I don't think it really matters for what I'm trying to display. So what I wrote here is, imagine a scenario. You see a bowl of dog food at my house, and this is a very special dog name. Only one dog in the entire universe would have this name, and his name is Fido-1A3D, and that's the name printed on this dog dish. So you assume, what caused me to have this dog dish? Well, I probably found or bought a dog sometime in the past, and I'm just going to call this year 1953, and the dog dish, you notice in 1956, I probably bought and found a dog that, is named Fido, that I decided to name Fido 1A, whatever. And the point of this, why it's such a specific name, is just to show there's a one-on-one relationship between these events. And so the question becomes, normally how we view it is that I have this dog. What caused me to buy this dog dish was because I found this dog, right? Well, can you flip that backwards? Can you say, I found this dog because in the future I'm going to have this dog dish named that? And to me, logically, that actually, it sounds kind of absurd initially, but if you think about it, it kind of makes sense. Because, like, what happens if I change this event from this one to this one? Fido-1A3D to Fido-1A3E. Since it's a one-on-one relationship to the original dog, that's gonna have to change this past event to me finding a different dog that I named Fido-1-AB. So by that philosophy, you can't say the future causes past events. Future events does have a cause and effect to the past. So what's causing what? It becomes a kind of a silly question when looking at this in static time. That I start to try and think about is like events, and that's kind of the point. Changing a future event causes a change to a past event, and these events are like in stone. Let's pretend we know the future history too. So, you can't say one event causes the other. The best you can do is just say they're coupled. They're just joined at the hip. You change one, you're going to have to change everything it's coupled to. So let's extrapolate that a little further. And let's just say all events in a universe. I'm going to just use this. Let's put all events in the universe as just, a bunch of lines. And I'm going to just draw through this. These resembling all the events in the universe. From the Big Bang over here to all the way. And this now represents all the events from the outside view of these lines. And then from one of us, so it's just a universe filled with coupled events. What does it look like from a human being on the inside? We see this event and leading to this event, this event, this event, this event. Well, it gives kind of a feeling that the universe is actually thinking, like these chains of cause and effects. The universe is calculating all this stuff and whatnot. But however, it's kind of an illusionary effect, because if you have all these bubbles of coupled events and stuff, and you look from it in when it's not doing any math at all, the universe isn't doing any math at all. It's just a bunch of events all tightly connected. And when you look at it from the inside point of view, of course it's going to look like the universe is calculating something all the time or whatnot, when really all it is just a bunch of intertwined events. And I guess that's the point of this. That's why we have a mathematical universe. And it is kind of, the math is an illusion. It's just illusionary phenomenon from experiencing these events, when from the outside it's not doing math at all. It's just that the events are just that intertwined. So I mean, so the question begs, can we ever have events that are not coupled? This event happens and then event B happens. Is there any way that these events can not be coupled, completely separate? I don't know. I just don't think there is, because whenever you're going to have a series of events, there's going to be some calculating phenomenon will just manifest itself kind of out as an emergent property of just having events to begin with. So it makes a mathematical universe, just inevitable. And that's why I think why the universe is mathematical. It's just a series of events, and these events can even be different. Like we have a million events here. We'll just draw them as little dots. To connect all these events may require different, laws of physics versus our universe's laws of physics, but it would still look like from something in the inside that it's a calculating universe, just with different laws of physics tying those events. So yeah, that's the punchline of my video. My final answer, I'm kind of leading on, mathematics is just the illusion of all these tightly changed events. And I don't know, hopefully someone could do something with this idea and make it worth something. Anyway, thank you for your time. Bye-bye.